Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with BlackICE and Third Reich Events installed. We shall get to the action here. I don't want to make a quick save. Did some reorganization just a little bit, but getting ready for a possible, or what current plans, attack here in the Eastern Front. Still got a lot more stuff to do, but we'll get there. Yes, we are a global military power. Sneaking these guys here along the coast. Just one here. Yay. I'm gonna move you guys strategic. It's gotta be quicker. I hope. I don't know. Really wish they would have put railways either in this or Hearts of Iron 4, but unfortunately they're not. Because I know from, back and forth with in the forums, not that I have any special access, but just back and forth that I've done with the developers, you look at the infrastructure here, they're just going, yeah, hey, this is all, Europe. What's, that's how they're seeing it, that this is all so highly developed that, yeah, you get in a few places in the Pyrenees or some other place like that you might not have very good infrastructure. But where it really counts is someplace like in the Soviet Union here. This is Moscow here. If you didn't have the Moscow hub, all the railways from like here, and down here all went to Moscow before going over here. So if you looked at it, there's very few, connecting railways. So if you took, or back here, so if you took Moscow, stuff coming from here couldn't get to the Leningrad front because there was no railway like going up and around this way. You weren't going to drive all that stuff via trucks. And similarly, to get down to here, at least most of it came here and then down. Yeah, I think there may be some railway here because I know there was a canal built somewhere along here. But if you had taken that Moscow hub, this is, there's heavy argument that would be if you take Moscow, you win the war. I don't necessarily think, they would stop fighting. I'm not quite saying that. I'm saying that they would have been strategically incapable of shifting supplies, forces, reinforcements, whatever, replacement tanks around. Because T-34s don't have, their drive performance is listed in hours. It's not listed in, years or whatever that, like a Sherman was. They really liked Sherman tanks for training purposes because they would drive so long. They didn't like them so much because they had less armor than they liked, but they were mechanically extremely sound, where the T-34s weren't mechanically sound, or not overly mechanically sound. And so you can't drive tanks, all the way across here and then get them to here and expect them to still be running without major repairs, and the Soviets weren't always capable of it. So that, and then I'm thinking here, is what got me thinking about this, because if you notice here, this has been corrected by TRE, giving you this railway, because there was a railway, because there's a railway station here, railway station here. I found a map, period map, that covered the German colonies, and there's also another railway in here I didn't put in, but it was just from a small little port up to there, so just a minor little thing. So a period map, and then I was also corrected some of the resources here that this is what I think is the resources that I added based on this period 1930s map of the various resources. There's also, bananas and whatever else that was growing there, but not resources that we're tracking in this game for this period. And then also, since it covered all the German colonies, it had Cameroon up here in Southwest Africa, what it was. And you know, the researchers for this game and for the future game, I don't think have ever seen the map. So I've corrected things where I could, but it really makes a difference if you could, and require all SR movement. See, that's the other thing, is I would have all SR movement, start, travel along, and end, all strategic redeployment along railways. So again, you could SR along here, theoretically, but you couldn't SR into here. You'd have to walk or drive or whatever. And similarly for like the Soviets and the AI, they'd have to SR along the railways. And so the Germans couldn't just, you know, zip units anywhere. They'd have to zip them along controlled railways and then drive, walk, whatever, to the front. And I think that would be a brilliant thing to do. Now, I don't know whether they just don't think the AI could handle that, or they just don't think it's important enough. But I know that once you start getting into the Soviet Union, once you start getting into places around here and Africa, it was so important. The railways were, is the British built a railway from Alexandria up along here to be able to supply the British fight here. They never completed it all along here. They used the Via Balboa, which was a highway the Italians built, and that's why that is greener than here, because this was nothing really of a infrastructure here, but this should have a railway that the British built. And it was just a real minor thing, but and I don't know exactly how far it went up, but it went up a ways along here. And it was to ease the supply tensions. Okay, enough of me ranting about how I'd build a game. But okay, aircraft carrier engines have advanced. We're completing this level of research and then stopping for the moment. I don't know that we're going to get to there. Anything that increases transport capacity range. Let's increase range. I'll do another one of those. We may need that range. Okay, twin engine aircraft armament has improved and is also allowing us greater research. Garrison units, yeah. Rebase that to there. Okay, some of the other tech. Artillery carriage designs have improved. Okay. Bridging equipment would be useful. Rebasing one of the divisions for the Gibraltar garrison to Gibraltar. All places, of course. Still advancing here in Africa. Okay, they're here. Wow, look at how bad the AI misjudged this. We don't have any forces down here to oppose even a motorcycle reconnaissance unit. Okay. Well, we lost that province killed the partisans, going to retake the province. Okay, submarine engine advance. Now, I believe that only affects new production, but it should be helpful. The batteries will also be helpful. And extra wide tank tracks. Okay. Now, we're waiting on that. Sloped armor. We're going to go with sloped armor. We need that. Now, sloped armor is an interesting thing. Obviously, the big historical thing that people talk about is the T-34 and sloped armor. Well, if you look at it, their sloped armor from the T-34 comes from the BT series. And the BT series is just simply Soviet improvements upon the Christie tank. And if you don't know, you can look up Jay Christie, or I forget the first name exactly. Christie, he was a tank designer, very sort of cantankerous type gentleman who didn't get along with others very well, so the Army really didn't like him. But he built this really nice tank that would both run on tracks, or you could take the tracks off and run on, the road wheels on it, much faster on roads. And the Soviets bought a few examples, and he thought he was going to make a lot of money selling them to the Soviets, but the Soviets just bought a few examples and said thank you very much, and then went and reverse engineered and copied them. That became the BT-5 and then the BT-7. And those are very close, but they had sort of sloped armor frontal, and so they already knew this back in the 20s, in the late 20s at least, as they were moving along. And so the Germans knew about it, but they just didn't think it was all that important until they really started running into it with the T-34s. Let's see if we attack here. These guys in support. Let's put some of these guys in. This will be, as you see, a useful province here because it has, well, 3 rare materials. Metal we really don't need to care about. Power reach that. I'm just mainly doing this as a spoiler attack. I'm not going to let it totally disorganize me. What would the Swiss like? The money for rare materials. Okay. Okay, we lost, but it wasn't meant to take them. Just meant to disrupt them a little bit. Now they counterattack because they think I fought until I was disorganized, but obviously I didn't, so they're not going to do so well. Okay. Mobile unit combined arms and tanks. Increase armor combined arms. Oh, we're doing attacks as we are now. So, aircraft tank. Oh, and that was this other one, which we're stopping because that's as far as we were going to go for now. At least, since that one is over, we're going to then continue with that. Okay, we won there. That's good. Oh, these guys are going to cross this river with the amphibious army. Not that well. There's a lot of the enemy there. Let's put a little more pressure on them. Partially, I don't want them coming down here to reinforce too soon. See if we can kill some of these guys. So now this is entirely favoring us. Okay, I'm gonna wait for these guys to get into here. Then we'll attack again. And they're counterattacking and they're gonna fail. Okay, Naval HQ's advanced. Yay, yay, jump for joy. And we're gonna let this continue to go. What else has happened? Another attack has happened. Oh, tank. Oh, track and prime mover. Truck. I should say truck and prime mover reliability has increased. Okay. We're up to 44 on both of those attacks. I'm going to increase assault weapons, which will help attacks. Thank you. Could be a good. Do we have that currently? Yeah, via Turkey. Oh yes, we need to do this. Okay. Yes. Into North Africa. Good. We could use those. Yay. Okay. So we have another naval command that may get deployed somewhere else here eventually, but for the moment, oh no, this this is Luftwaffe I'm looking for. Navy. Could be a good one. Yeah, they put it here because they don't know where, I guess, didn't know where we would be. Well, maybe that's where the command was. It could have been in Rome. I didn't read it that closely. It specified an event. The event. Okay, this one, since it's Deutsches Marine Commando. Okay, yeah, we'll probably move one of the two of them once we get ships available. Or where's my Italian guys? Here? No. Italian ships. Oh, where are they? We have that one small fleet that's transport fleet. Oh, they're here because I sent them, I guess, to get these guys here. Yay, we have them here. We're going to use them for the moment, so we'll send. This one we're going to send him down here somewhere. Now, how's our revolt risk doing? That way we'll have it garrisoned. Not a lot of oil, but a little bit of oil. A little bit of oil there too. Yeah, do we have room for them as well? Well, actually, you know, I think we'll just garrison here. Everybody's to there. See, if these revolt, it doesn't really matter because we have a garrison immediately on top of them, and they don't, revolt risk doesn't really matter because they don't supply us anything. So, they're like, yeah, go ahead and try something. Okay, and the Air Force HQs have arrived. Also, we're going to let them continue. The 11th and the 12th. Holland and Berlin. Fine, we'll take them. Okay, I guess change my plan of attack here. I just really saw the Italians aren't doing very well here. Okay, the Italians are losing here. pushed into here. Nobody guarding this spot. What the hell are they doing with all these guys going? Where are they going? What are they doing? Okay, they have up here in Khartoum, which is good. And they should be running supplies through all of these ports, even this one, and moving as much of this stuff down here. I don't mind them keeping, even though we all know, like you notice, I'm not defending the Swiss border. I don't mind them keeping one division for each province touching Switzerland, but they should move everything else to some other place. Now, I can agree that maybe they shouldn't leave Italy undefended, but just in case somebody magically gets into the Mediterranean and could attack them. But otherwise, they should be moving stuff down, but we'll have to deal with it. So soon, okay, in 56 hours, we're going to be attacking into here. Fighter pilot training has advanced. Cool. So we will be better organized when the fighters will be ready for the Soviets. These guys will just have to take... give them money? No. Still. Okay. Port the attack. But which just means they're weaker here. Let's attack them again. We'll attack Elizabethville. Interesting place. Not been, but know a few people who went there at one time. reduce this down. Because we're near max in supplies as it is now. Germany here. Okay, now close this down, go look at this. Okay, military bases. US has decided military bases. I'll show you what this has done. This is a really good feature, I think. You know, as we've talked about, the AI is stupid. So it won't necessarily, or rarely would, send over, if the US has a bunch of bombers, send them over to British air bases here, and then bomb the hell out of Germany. So with the BlackICE team, guys, and I know many of you have played BlackICE, but not all, is they give these they turn this territory over to the US. And if you notice, I don't know if you can, but these are all like maxed out radars, air bases to hold the max, so that the US now, AI now thinks, oh, this is part of the US, so they'll fly in and move in forces to defend it. Got some ports, so they'll supply it. And then they're likely to move bombers over and start trying to bomb us here. And don't they have some here in Australia? Well, maybe these are going to happen later. But they do also get some event to get some bases here. Oh, and this is another thing that I don't think you saw in the earlier episode, or it's happened, is there's a bunch of events, well, a few events that fire, they give OBs to the Japanese here to encourage them to invade, or otherwise they often won't invade. So here in the Philippines, they're doing mildly well there, I think, and I'm pretty sure we looked at that before, but they're doing all right here. Once they get if they get the port, they normally do okay. If they don't get the port quick enough, I guess they're maybe going to move into there the way they're retreating out. If they don't get the port, they'll die pretty quick. Like these guys may, and earlier there was one here that got snuffed out because they won't get supplies, so they'll run out of supplies even if they're doing fairly well, but the monsoons or other sort of weather conditions may mess them up. So you see that the Japanese are down in here as well, so they're moving here. And as you can see, there's oil potential to get there. They've got it there, so Japan's needing oil. There's all kinds of good rare materials here. More oil in here. So just a little bit. Okay, I think this is long enough for this episode. We'll be doing more in the near future. Thanks for watching, and I really appreciate all of you who post comments. It helps me do a better job with this, and shows what you're interested in. Have a good day.